What's up YouTube, Dad here from Zephyr Wargames. We're here with Joe, and Joe is bringing us another one of his deck profiles, and it is this time, Joe,
Water Dragon!
Water Dragon. So again, new support from Legendary Duelist. So he's bringing us his updated bits right now.
So this is a Water Dragon with using the dinosaur support. As all the Water Dragon monsters that you use are actual dinosaurs, so they all synergize quite well. Apologies for all the noise. So to start off, we have 2 Water Dragon clusters. This is the new boss monster for the chemical dino archetype. So on summon, he can make every monster your opponent controls 0, so which is already really strong. But then you contribute it and special summon 2 water dragons from your hand and or deck to the field in defense mode, ignoring the summoning conditions. You can summon it using any bonding spell or trap, which we will get to obviously in the spells and traps. But he's your boss monster, 2800, really strong card and sets up for any rank 8 plays in the deck. And nice OTKs with the attack reduction. Next we play 3 Water Dragon. 3 can be inconsistent, but this kind of deck is just one of those inconsistent decks in general. Not all the time, just like you do get some bricks in the deck. There's a lot of, as you can say, garnets in the deck, Water Dragon, Cluster, but they can all be special summoned quite easily. But Water Dragon, old card, makes all fire and pyros on the field attacks become 0, and if it's destroyed and sent to graveyard, you can target 2 Hydrogonons and Noxy in your graveyard and special summon, so it can replace itself if it is destroyed. And it's a 2800 anyway, so it's actually quite strong and easily summonable through Cluster. And being level 8, it's your level 8 maker. Next for the other new support, which is Deuteron. Deuteron. You can discard this card to add any bonding spell or trap from your deck to your hand. And if this card is normal or special summon, you can target a Hydrogeddon, Oxygeddon, or itself in the graveyard and special summon it. You can only use each effect once per turn. So it's your field spammer if it's special summon, which is not hard in this deck. It's your searcher for any bonding cards. It's just an all-around really strong card. And being level 5, you can go into some nice rank 5s in this deck, which is just really strong. 3 Oxygeddon. It's your 1800 beat stick really of the deck, dinosaur. But it's also it goes for all of your Water Dragon monsters. All the Water Dragon monsters require at least Oxygeddon. So you want to have as many copies of this in your deck as possible. You want to open with this card actually for a 3-card combo, which I'll get to later. It's just a nice little strong card for 3 Oxygeddon and 2 Hydrogeddon. You play 2 Hydrogeddon because the trap requires Hydrogeddon, and Water Dragon, if you want to summon it properly, if you play the H2O spell, requires 2 Hydrogeddons. But if you, as I said before, to have Hydrogeddons and Oxy in your grave and Water Dragons killed, you can get them back. So it's pretty nice for that. So those are the chemical monsters, you could say, onto the dinosaurs themselves, which is 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor. It's your Stratos of the deck, such as any dinosaur or can send a dinosaur from your deck to grave. And it's comboed with the field spell to make a 1-turn 3-card rank 8 in the deck plus itself. So it's a really strong card. You want to open with this card in all your hands. It's just too good. And I play 1 Miscellaneousaurus. It's just that protection for your main phase, but also just searches out the babies that you need and any of the Geddons that you need, the chemical dinos. It's just a really nice card to have in the deck. But I only play 1. You can up this to 2 if you want, but I just like the 1 copy. And then this is a very weird ratio that you wouldn't see in any normal dinosaur decks, which is 3 baby Pterodon and 2 Ceratosaurus. Usually it's the other way around, but in this kind of deck you want to be able to get out your Deuterodon, which is a level 5 dinosaur, so you need baby Petitodon to get that. So you want to have more Petitodons than Ceratosaurus, but you still want to play Ceratosaurus because it can get you to the Oxy and the Hydrogeddon, as well as Oviraptor itself, which is just nice cards, so you want to play these. And to round up the card, the main monsters I play, one Ultimate Conductor. It's still a really strong card, so I still want to play it at 1. It's still a really nice boss monster that's not the water dragons, and can get you some really nice wins and can get you out of a lot of tough situations. One True King of all calamities. No, not calamities. What am I on about? True King Lithogasm. So in testing, I wasn't actually having this in the deck, but in testings, I'll always have the babies in my hand and I have no way to get rid of them. So I wanted to have one tech of the Lithogasm, just so I do have, if I do get in those odd situations, I have a baby and both the babies and himself. I can pop the babies, get him out, get both the babies. I can get the Oviraptor and the Deuterodon, and then I can go off from there, like Oviraptor, then get me another dinosaur. So it's just all good from there. But I just like to play the one copy, so I won't clog too much of it. And then in the one Max C, as with all decks, should have Max C at the moment while we still have it. That's the monsters. For spells and traps, I play 2 Bonding D2O. This is the new bonding spell card for the deck. You can summon either Water Dragon or Cluster, but you must send 2 Deuterodons and a Oxygeddon from your hand or field to the graveyard. And you can then special summon it. And then if a Water Dragon is sent from the field to the graveyard by any means, you can then add this card from your graveyard to your hand. So it replenishes itself, which is why you don't play 3 copies. And it's searchable. Rotor for the deck, Fossil Dig, to search any dinosaur that's level 6 or below, which is really nice. Gotta have that. 3 Lost Worlds. This is one of your important, it's part of the 3 card combo to make the rank 8 first turn and get into your Water Dragon cards. When a dinosaur is normal special summon, you can summon a Dirac token to the opponent's field, and all non-dinosaurs lose 500 attack points, which is really nice. Yeah, your Water Dragons will decrease by 500 because they're Sea Serpent, but they're still pretty strong monsters with really strong effects, especially Cluster. This is 2 terraformings, so I don't want to clog on terraformings, but I need to get to Lost World. And a Foolish Burial Goods, because the trap card is also your rotor for the Water Dragons. So I want to just get that into the graveyard, and then I round up the spells with a Twin Twister. And the traps, I play 3 Bonding DHOs. Fortunately, I couldn't get a 3rd copy, but there's a proxy. But this is your Stratos. If you, this is your rotor for the Water Dragons. You can banish it from the graveyard, search a Water Dragon or Water Dragon Cluster from your deck to your hand. But when active, you can shuffle back 1 each of the chemical dinos from your graveyard or field, I presume, hand or graveyard to your deck, and you can get out either Water Dragon. You can then special summon 1 Water Dragon Cluster from your hand or graveyard. So really nice trap card, really strong trap card, and you can set it up, but it's a really nice rotor for the deck, which is why I play the Foolish Burial Goods just to dump it. Because I did get some of those times where I didn't have the cluster in my hand and I just needed to add a cluster to my hand, so I just needed to get one of these in the graveyard, so good for that. So that's the main deck. The extra deck is really up to you. The only things I would highly recommend are the Evilsaur Exceeds, just because we are playing dinosaurs, we are playing level 4 dinosaurs, so we just want to utilize these monsters when we can. So I like the ratio of 2 Lagia than a Dolka, just because you kind of usually Lagia a lot more than Dolka, but you still want to have the Dolka. And rank 8s I recommend are Felgrand, pretty strong. Titanic, he's the one you'll always really go into. And I like the Galaxy XCs as well. So Tachyon Dragon, Prime Photon, just to get over strong monsters. Full Armor, just to pop cards. And Cypher Dragon, you can steal monsters. And if you steal an Xyz, you can then rank that Xyz into Prime Photon. Full Armor, if you have, obviously, the extra deck space for it. I would recommend a Deco Talker as well, just for the link plays. And then other useful Xyzs that I would recommend are Ragnar Zero, because Ragnar Zero can then combo quite nicely with the Lost World, because Lost World will be reducing everything by 500, so you can Ragnar Zero, pop their monster, draw a card. Castel is just one of the strongest rank 4s in the game, and it will rarely come up, but if you do get 2 babies on the field, you can go into something like Gachi Gachi, make your dinosaurs even more beefy, and that's the deck. So hope you all enjoyed it. Again, as I stated in the videos before, these are just all skeletons for you, really. This is just what I've personally made, what I've personally tested, and if you have any suggestions, do leave it down in the comments below. I always like to check up on the comments, just to see what you guys suggest to me or want me to build. I've had a few deck requests lately, and I've enjoyed making them, and they've enjoyed receiving them. So
Joe is actually going to bring us a free card combo with the Water Dragons. So I'll let Joe get on with this. I don't actually know how it works.
So you need to open up with an Oxygeddon, which we play 3 of, plus the Fossil Digs. Overraptor, again we play 3 of plus Fossil Digs, and the Lost World we play 3 of plus 2 Terraformings. I'm saying that because then you need these 3 specific cards, but you have 2 additional ways to get into those cards, which you then play 2 to 3 of. So if you just need to open up with these 3 cards, you can end with a rank 8 or a Cluster Dragon or 2 Water Dragons plus the Overraptor and the Field Spell, and you still have 2 cards in your hand, first, 3 if you're going second. So to start off, you play your Field Spell, and then you'll normal summon your Overraptor. Then Overraptor, you will get your Deuterodon into your hand, plus the Field Spell will give your opponent a token. So then with that, you'll then discard your Deuterodon, and then with that you'll add your Bonding D2O to your hand. You'll now use Overraptor's effect to pop the token, but then you'll use Jurassic World to send a dinosaur pop a dinosaur in your deck instead. So you'll pop a Petitodon. Then Petitodon, when it's destroyed via a card effect, you can special summon a dinosaur that's level 4 or higher from your deck. So you'll summon a Deuterodon from your deck. Then with Deuterodon, you'll get back your first Deuterodon to the field. Then you can then play the Bonding D2O, sending the Deuterodons on the field and the Oxy in your hand. And then you'll summon out your Water Dragon Cluster from your deck. Now you can either leave it at that, which is already pretty strong. You've got Water Dragon Cluster, which, you know, it's just naturally a strong monster. It's 23 under the field spell. You got your Overraptor, opponent still has a weak Jurassic Egg. But you can then use Cluster's effect to tribute it, and special summon from your deck 2 Water Dragons. So then again, you can now leave it with this. You'll have 2 defending Water Dragons. And then all of this, plus 2 cards in your hand still, which will demonstrate with this. Or you can then further the play, overlay these 2 into any rank 8 of choice. I'm going to just demonstrate with Titanic Galaxy. So you're summoning, you got a rank 8, any rank 8 of your choice. It could be Titanic for spell negations, it can be Felgrand for effect negations, as well as protection on itself. Overraptor, 2 cards in the hand, Field Spell, which can be a little bit annoying for opponents because everything is now weak. A token, but yeah. So it's just 3 cards, can get you into all of these options. Even before that, you don't even have to play the D2O, you can keep the D2O in the hand, and you still got the Deuterodons on the field. You can then use those 2 and go into any rank 5 of your option. there's just so many options with this this 3-card combo that it's just actually pretty strong for something like Dinosaurs to pull off, in my opinion. But yeah, that's just that's
So
just
we're not stating that this combo is going to be like the zoos, is going to flood the floor or anything like that. But it's for a fun day. If you're going to a local, you're like, look, I'm bored of the zoos, I'm bored of Dracos, no one's playing any of that anymore, let's play something a bit more fun, a bit more differently. Let's not play dinos the way they are being played at the moment. Let's all try and relax a little bit. Let's play stuff that isn't meta. This is an option for you. Something a bit fun, something a bit different.
And quite cheap as well.
Quite cheap.
Yeah, it's really cheap. If you have the 3 dinosaur structure decks, literally that's just it. And then all the water dragon stuff, which is just extremely cheap. Everything's really common except these 2 supers. And then the spells and traps are the rares, but they're all really, really cheap. I managed to pick them up for like a five quid.
5 for everything.
It's just, it's just really good.
That is a quick 3-card combo. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, guys, as always,
happy dueling.
If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left-hand corner.